Okay, and welcome to Goblets and Gaze. This is our very first episode. My name is Aubrey. I am going to be your dungeon master for this game. And the campaign that we are playing, I have named Blood of Kings. It is set in a homebrew world, inspired by a mix of Greek, Celtic, and Norse mythology. In the beginning, dragons ruled this world with an iron claw. Then, nearly 1,000 years ago, give or take, the great heroes ascended to godhood and drove them back. It's a story that all young people will hear over and over. These heroes then became the pantheon of this world. That's something we'll definitely sort of explain as we go along, just so I'm not lore dumping on everybody in the very beginning of this episode. But in the years, many kingdoms have risen and fallen. But currently there are four that control most of the world. Osheim, Zerij, Cressa, and Vagos. Cressa is one of the oldest kingdoms and rules most of the sea. It is said the queen is descended from people who made deals with the dragons for some sort of power. Then we have Vlagos, the newest kingdom, but through aggressive expansion, they rival most places like Osheim. Currently in the world, there's tension rising between Cressa and Vlagos, because around 10 years ago, the Prince of Cressa went missing after unions between the two kingdoms were agreed to. Lots of people blame Vlagos, because the two kingdoms have always been at war. There have been a few clashes between small forces, but nothing yet. The other kingdoms are waiting to see what happens before throwing their banners behind it. But we begin our tale in Cressa, the beautiful capital city. Is built on a long dormant volcano. The group recently signed up to be part of an expedition to a long lost city. It is the last night before they head out, and we're spending it in a local tavern. And now we are going to introduce the players and the character that they're playing. I'm going to start at the top of the list.
My name is Aki. I'm playing Astraea of Soli, a half-elven bard.
I'm Ferris. I am playing Tesh Solfig, a half-hobgoblin barbarian.
I go by Sparlock, and I am playing Brun, the goblin cleric of Visild.
Hi, my name's Tick. People call me Tick Out, Tick, either one. I'm playing Maro, an Aasimar monk from Hell that's very good at punching stuff, as most monks are.
Hi, I'm Trula. I will be playing Ileana, a human Dustwalker witch.
And that is the players. I swear we will get better at this as we go.
What do you mean? Don't promise people this.
I swear, we might get marginally more professional as we do this more. Marginally. We're still going to be just a bunch of disaster gays.
Aubrey, is this the part where we mentioned we haven't played Pathfinder before?
Yes, we this is Pathfinder's pretty new for everybody. This is my first time running it and or playing it. But I do know that Sparlock has played it before, so I might rely on their remembrance of rules and things. Occasionally, I might just be like, "Hey, Sparlock, what exactly was this rule again?" But yeah, this is our first time playing Pathfinder, so we were probably going to get things wrong. And please don't yell at us when we do, because we don't like when people yell at us.
I don't mind it. Like, I'll yell back.
Is this a good time to also play Pathfinder?
I mean, Tick has also played Pathfinder. It's a great time to mention it. But yeah, well, I'll have other things later. But yes, let's get into the game. As I said, you are all in a tavern. You are all in the Bronze Flagon, which is it is a tavern in the Temple Quarter. It's actually pretty close to several churches, so it's kind of an interesting temple. The inn is it's a very, very nice inn. They've put you up in yeah, they can afford one night. But yes, also I'm going to say, because I'm a mess, I'm going to say what you are all doing. I did mention that you have all signed on to an expedition to a lost city. you've all signed on for some reason. You're all either scholars, workers, protection, cooks, one of those. You're all helping and you're all getting paid a set amount. I think it's a percentage of what they bring back from this expedition. I'm saying a lot. I really hate it.
You can cut them out in post. It's fine.
Yes, I can.
You can fix it in post.
I have that power. So yes, it is the inn is a grand half timbered building with elf wrought tables and chairs. There are a bunch of people in the inn for the night. There's a dwarf and a human sitting over by the bar, and there's another dwarf and a halfling off in the corner playing dice. In another corner, there's a quiet-looking elf reading a book, and then there's a sort of a shifty-looking human sitting at a table with a drink. And I am going to ask. I'm going to start with you, Aki. Give us a brief description of what your character looks like and what they're doing.
You know that feeling where you're like, oh, please don't pick me, teacher, but you know you're going to pick? That's exactly what I was feeling. However, I came prepared. All right. So you're going to see this very small in height. It's very clearly that she's like this half elven woman with dark skin and long dark hair, which is tied back in like this like long thick braid and goes all the way down to her back. And she's got like brown eyes, and she has these two identical scars, which is kind of curve around at the bottom. And she's wearing clothes that very much scream that she is a native of Cressa. Very Greek-inspired outfits, dress, and it's short, yeah. Sandals, definitely. And she would just be probably sitting at a table, just kind of minding her own business for a little bit of the time.
Okay. And then Ferris.
Okay. So Tesh is this very tall, not quite human woman. It's tall and broad and incredibly buff. Wearing the sleeveless hooded tunic. She's got sort of short, scrubby, brownish, blondish hair that looks like it's unevenly growing out from like a close shear. And light, really weathered skin, just someone who's been out in all elements frequently. And she's got these thin, crisscrossing scars across her enormous forearms, and starting in her hairline, cutting down over her right eye, all the way through her mouth is this deep, puckered scar, very pink, very new. And she is probably sitting in the most she's probably sitting. Are there stairs? Did you say something about stairs?
There's a second level, so yes, there are stairs.
Yeah, and like as close to under the stairs as she can get.
Yeah, I'd say there's probably a table pretty close to there, just like off in the shadows.
Yeah. Hood up.
Yeah. Sparlock.
So Groon, you see, is standing up on the bar stool because she's a tiny little gobbo, and she's dressed kind of like a female Yoda. Like, you can see her green skin, long ears, and flowing robes that are slightly singed from the accident at the temple last week, which may have something to do with why they want her to go on this trip. And she's arguing with the bartender that 14 is plenty old to drink alcohol and that most people don't even live to be 21. What is he talking about?
Goblins are still pretty new in like integrating with society, so I'm pretty sure the barkeep just kind of thinks you're just pulling his leg. I mean, after like a few minutes of arguing, he will definitely just sort of give up and give you a drink.
Took you long enough.
Mm-hmm. And Tick.
So I have the image here. I'm a bit bad with verbal descriptions, so bear with me. The next character you see is, pretty casually reading a book. They don't have a lot of color to them, like they're mostly monochrome and gray, save for a bunch of bright and dull reds on their attire. You notice they have pointy red teeth, dark red, a scar-like pattern across their nose and neck, red eyes that look very, very edgy, and a scale like tipping the scales type of thing, not like pattern scales, on a sort of robe-like outfit. They don't have shoes on, and they seem to have a collection of sort of wornish bones that seem to also makeshift as like spears and quarterstaffs and stuff like that. They look really, really kind of edgy, pretty curly hair, kind of long, and they just seem pretty chill for how like hot topic they're looking. Reading a book and being responsible. They have a mask on the table that they're not wearing that looks like a weird like goat wolf hybrid with dark reds and blacks on it. Stick out pretty decently based on how they look, but keep to themselves.
And Trula.
Ileana is just chilling over next to a fire with her familiar, probably in a flowing, earthy tone dress, probably green or brown, and just keeping to herself because she's not really sure about the group.
Yeah. You would actually recognize the rather shifty-looking human in there. He would meet your eyes and tip his drink to you. You do recognize him as Eric. You know this because you just kind of had a meeting with him. So he's just hanging out in the inn for the night until he leaves in the morning. This is all of our players and their characters, and they kind of have a little bit of time to play around. You all have an evening to kill before you head out in the morning. There are people drinking. There are some people playing cards. And you can annoy the other people that are in the inn.
Do we know how many of them are going on this expedition with us, or is it like everyone?
You know the other people, Astraea, Tesh, Grun, and Ileana, at least by face, because you were all introduced to each other, saying that you would be leaving in the morning on the wagon. And you do know that the sort of the skinny little elven guy in the corner, his name is Velen, and he is the scholar that is going with you. Third wagon to leave. They've been sending a wagon essentially every day, spacing them out slightly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The wagons go, but they never come back.
I'm not ready for
Spoilers.
Well, what's a pleasant way to look at it?
Anything? Anybody else that wants to get done before they leave? If you have any last-minute items you need to pick up, let's do that now.
I don't have any items. However, I am very interested in all of this history information. Maybe I should talk to the scholar, if that's possible, to learn a little bit more about where we're going.
You can definitely approach his table. He's got like a glass of milk, and he's got his nose buried in a book. He's actually only probably a little bit taller than Astraea. But you guess he's like probably at least 200 years old. And like he's just got this like very long, very messy, like dirty blonde hair that he probably really doesn't spend a lot of time like taking care of. And he's got these sort of like thick wire glasses. And when you approach, he pushes them up his nose, and he looks up at you and he's like, yes, can I help you?
Yes, may I join you for a moment?
Yes. he points to the chair across from him. He's like, feel free to join me.
All right, I'm going to take a seat, and I'm going to ask, so how much is known about this city that we're going to? It's certainly fascinating.
Yes, Obara is an incredibly fascinating. It disappeared probably, people want to estimate about 300 years ago. No one honestly really knows why. It just kind of, for lack of a better word, dropped off the edge of the earth. This was sort of back before uh, places were as connected as they are now. So I mean, someplace, and it's was maybe not the biggest town. They did have a little bit of renown because there was a very good mine there for a while, but it did eventually run dry, which did cause some problems for the town. One of our wizards discovered it a little over a year ago when he was sent to hunt down some people who were causing problems in the area.
I see. That's very fascinating. Do you happen to have any theories on what happened to it?
I wish I did. That's kind of why I'm going is we didn't really get to spend a lot of time looking around the town before. So I'm going to, as the record keeper and the person, to try and figure out what happened and why they dropped off the map so suddenly.
That makes sense. Thank you. What are you reading by chance?
Oh, this is my thesis.
Could you tell me more?
And he's like stutters and stuff, like, because I'm not doing it naturally, of course. He's like, I love investigating all of these like weird mysteries and these like lost cities and like the rise and fall of civilizations.
Meryl looks pretty entranced in the talking about like lost civilizations and ancient history. Would you be willing to share? This is all very, very interesting.
Oh, yes. He'll close his book and sort of push it across the table to you, and he's like, "Feel free to read it. I would actually kind of enjoy the feedback. I haven't really gotten anybody to read it yet."
Oh, of course, definitely. And I was going to take the book and start reading it.
Do I have to roll to see if I overheard this conversation? Because I realized that, oh no, Astraea's interested.
No, I'd say that they're not like trying to be quiet or anything. So you could definitely just sort of lean over and listen to the conversation.
Okay, then I'll just kind of like, give a little like a shitty version of a jazz hand, and just be like, "Hello, I hope you don't mind if I also take a look at it. I couldn't help but overhear. You mentioned lost civilization."
Yes, lost civilizations. That's kind of what I've been writing this thesis about for the last 50 years.
50 years? Oh, that is a long time. You must be very dedicated. I'm sorry, I never caught your name.
My name is Velen. Velen Galarim.
Spelling?
Velen. Velen. Galorin. Galarin.
Thank you.
That is slightly a mix of in and out of character. Yes, you're more than free to take a look at my thesis. I definitely welcome the feedback. I haven't really gotten a lot of people to take a look at it, and as you're reading it, you can tell it's really dry. He's really good at stating facts, but he's not very good at making them interesting.
This is all very fascinating information. However, you might want to sort of juice it up a bit, add more engagement to it. Whereas I find this thoroughly engaging, more people might not, as if they're not as enthusiastic about the material to begin with.
That's what some of my colleagues say as well.
Well, no time like the present to start to change. I can certainly finish reading this, and you as well, Astraea, correct?
Yes, I am Astraea of Soul.
Astraea, wonderful name. If you'd like to read it after I'm done, I'm sure Valen here wouldn't have any opposition to it.
I mean, we're about to embark on like a really long wagon journey, so it's not like I can't ask for it back if I need it.
Lots of time for lots of reading, I suppose. I can read
Yes.
it to you tomorrow, Astraea, if you'd like to still read it then.
Of course, take your time. Take your time. I look forward to talking to both of you about this later, and I am losing this accent so.
You're doing amazing.
Groon will walk up with her new drink and be like, I see you are. Oh goodness, I can't keep my accent either. I see y'all are all together already. We were introduced, but I'm Groon Goomda, or you can call me Groon for short. And she'll take a big swig out of the drink and then spit it out all over the place because she's not allowed to have alcohol in the pimple and had no idea what to expect.
I heard in the pimple, and I was like,
Can I like hold the book away from like the alcohol splatter?
Yes.
It doesn't get ruined.
Yeah, Ellen will also like throw himself in front of the book.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Look, watch. I will clean it. And I use prestidigitation all over the place, just cleaning it.
Yep. Just cast it a couple of times, and then it's like no drink has spilled.
See, look, like it was never there.
You can still smell it, but
That's a cool trick. I do this, and she'll wave a little thing and make a mark on the table that says Groon was here.
Oh my god, is that sigil?
Yes, that is her sigil.
like you're far enough away from the bartender, he doesn't notice.
Oh, that is a cool trick. How'd you do that? I'm like admiring the it's a burn, right? Like you just burn the table.
Oh, absolutely.
Alright.
Shield has many secrets. He helped me learn how to burn things as well. Nothing to do with the fire last week. No, nothing about that.
Can you perhaps unburn the table? I know it's certainly not our property to burn.
It'll be fine. I think it'll wear off in like a week.
You think it will wear off within a week?
And we will be long gone by then, I hope.
Valen is like, yes, we'll be leaving prompt and early in the morning.
Can't just leave damages to an inn that we stay in. That's unprofessional and impolite.
It's not damages, it's just a signature.
Burned into the table. Usually things that are damages means you can't particularly get rid of them easily.
You know, they have a very, very fair point. Property damage on day one. Oh my.
We're getting off to a great start.
But how else will they know I was here?
Sometimes you don't always need to leave your mark on where you go. Perhaps it is sometimes nice to simply observe where you are and leave it untouched.
Oh, but what if she becomes like this really cool hero, like an Achilles of our time, you know? Then like this could be her signature calling card. Yes, card. Oh, but it's not a card. It is a burn mark on the table. Okay.
Do I know enough about Achilles to know that he didn't burn shit onto tables?
Let's do a lore check on that.
Okay. One sec. Man. One sec.
Or a society check, maybe?
Is there a
It is a spell, so
You can also
maybe
do Arcana.
Out of character, what is the city we're in called again? I'm sorry.
It is Cressa.
Oh, Cressa's a city? I thought Cressa was the nation.
The nation, but it is the capital is also named Cressa.
Oh, so we're in the
map.
Oh, I see.
So I'm getting Arcana, Society, or Lore. I don't know.
I would do Arcana because it is a spell.
Okay. That's a 12.
I'd say you're relatively sure that Achilles didn't burn things into tables.
I'm relatively sure that Achilles didn't burn things into tables.
Yes, yes, he didn't, but I'm trying to make the best out of a possibly bad situation.
The worst thing to do in this situation is to lie. How about we do our best to repair the damages and move on our way?
I mean, if you insist, and I'll go ahead and touch it and turn it invisible.
Oh.
They don't know I turned it invisible, though. It's still
Yeah, I'm not
there.
Master. I fully don't know they actually turned it invisible.
I mean, if people want to make like a,
Um,
like perception check, I guess.
Oh, my perception seems pretty good. Do I just hit the perceptions underneath the big circle?
Perceive, yes.
I got a 26.
26. You're relatively sure that that's just invisible and not actually gone, but you know,
I got a
you can
15.
see it. A 15.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're also relatively sure that it was just turned invisible, but you know, it'll be invisible for a little bit, long enough for you to vacate the scene of the crime.
Mara's just gonna sigh and be like, you know what? I'll fix this tomorrow. Please attempt to minimize the amount of property damage you cause within the next 48 hours. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what my mentor tells me too.
I somewhat pity your mentor at this point. I'm sorry. Very, very crude of me, but you must learn to not destroy things immediately. Varen, dear, I was gonna look at the smart person. Like, I'm so sorry. It's a little bit of a bout of chaos. Fortunately, your book is unscathed. And I'm gonna hold it away from Grun for extra emphasis because I don't want to get destroyed. I'm actually a little bit tired out. If it's possible, would I be able to retire to my room with this book to read? I'll certainly return it to you tomorrow morning.
Oh yes, that's perfectly fine. I have other books to read. He points at a sort of a bag that's at his feet, and you can see it's got like 7 books in it. He's like, I had to be very prepared for this travel. It's going to be very long.
I'm certain if any of them interest Astraea, she'd be willing to take them.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, I think I have some books on like lost cities and stuff.
Would you happen to know anything about dragons, or specifically there is one city, if I can just remember really quickly what I named it. Would you happen to know? It's a very old one. I'm not sure. It is called the Kingdom of Nike. Not the shoe brand. Not the shoe brand.
That's shoe brand.
Not the
Just
shoe
like,
brand.
yes, I'm aware that the Nike was an actual thing before they made it a shoe.
Yeah, thank God.
And he's just like, that one sounds really familiar. And he rustles through his bag and he pulls out a couple of books, and he's just like, one of these might actually have something on it, but it's probably not what you're looking for. It's one of those ones that it's all legends. No one that I know has ever been there. So
Yeah, it's a pretty old kingdom. Let's just say it is my thesis. What? Jesus, I can't say thesis with this accent.
yeah, but he'll hand you the 2 books, and you can put those in. You just sort of mark 2 books. Yeah, I don't have names for them.
We'll just call them books.
They're probably just like World History Volume 8 and Volume 11.
Amazing. I'll mark them, I guess. I'll mark the bookies. But as I'm putting them away, I want to do like a quick scan of the tavern we're in. Is there any one who looks remotely interesting like as because I kind of spoke to the two people who visually look the most interesting. Is there anyone else?
As you're scanning around, there's the sort of the sketchy looking human guy. He'll like raise his tankard at you when you meet his eyes, and there is the sort of the very tall, very burly, very shadowed person by the stairs. They you sort of only met them in passing. You just know that they're going with you on the expedition. There's a dwarf and a human at the bar, and there's an elf and a halfling. I think that's what I said. Over in the corner, playing cards.
Okay, so Ferris, you described your character having a sleeveless hooded tunic. Okay, so I'm assuming that you are rocking your muscles right now.
Oh yeah, arms are crossed, biceps are bulging, baby.
Sunset comes out.
Amazing. So I'll turn. I go to open the book. I see that. I close the book and I put it in my bag. And I will make my way towards her.
Yeah. Trula, is Ileana doing anything interesting at this point?
Probably, most likely, she has a drawing of the item that the cult has requested her to get, and she has to destroy the drawing before they leave, so that no one else finds out what she's there for.
Yeah.
So she's studying it and imprinting it to memory at this point.
Yeah. And just because I want to drop the description there, it's a you were told that it's a mask. It's a mask that was in the possession of a mage who used to live in Obara. So that was the last place it was. It was like that's its last known location. And it's very old and it's carved in bone. Most people, they're not really sure what kind of bone it's carved in, but it's probably dragon bone. And it has a very specific design on it. It's sort of all of these sort of it almost like lines on it, but the lines also look like they're etched with some sort of metal. And you've been told it's a very powerful artifact. You haven't been told exactly what it is, but you were told to find it and bring it to Eric. But yeah, just sort of, do you want to interact with anybody in the tavern, or do you want to just sort of keep your distance from everyone?
Definitely keep distance right now.
Cool. Okay, so then I'll jump back to Tesh and Astraea. So yeah, Astraea, you approach the table that Tesh is sitting at. Is Tesh drinking or doing anything like that?
I guess.
Yeah, we were told that all of your food and drink is on the house tonight, or is being covered by the mage's school because they're paying for the expedition.
Do they have this is gonna sound really dumb. Do they have juice?
They probably have things that hasn't been turned into wine yet. And I mean we're in a very, very Mediterranean area. There's probably grapes. There's probably a shit ton of grapes.
I mean, if not, then just whatever alcoholic beverage is the sweetest. She would be drinking.
They've probably got a very very light wine if you wanted that.
That's what she's got.
I can't believe you went, look at this big bad bitch with her heavy ass muscles. Can she please have a little bit of apple juice, please? I can't believe that's what you did.
I thought it was gonna sound stupid.
I love it.
So I'm going to come over, realize I haven't actually planned this out, but I'm going to come over and just go, hello, excuse me, is this seat vacant? And whether you answer or not, I sit down.
It is now. Apparently.
Ooh,
what can I do for you?
Ooh, that voice. Ooh.
Go. Yes.
Bitch, you sent shivers down my spine. I wasn't prepared for that. Shit. Okay. What did you say? Because all I heard was deep, and then I went, oh, that's deep. and I lost everything.
You want something? Or are you just here to stare?
Not gonna lie, a little bit of both. I thought, since we're going to be working together, we might as well introduce ourselves. Yes, that.
I guess. It's Tesh. What do you want?
Tesh, nice. I'm Astraea of Soli. What do you do? I'm reading the chat. Fuck.
That's a mistake.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake. So what do you do here? You don't look like you're here to. No offense, you don't look like you're here to record anything in a book for some old people with pointy hats.
It hadn't crossed my mind yet. No, I'm here to cook.
Cook, really?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
No, ma'am.
Good. Because you're stuck with that cooking for the next, I don't know how long this trip is. Forever. You're stuck with it forever.
Oh, forever. Okay. I could get used to that.
Oh.
That's just like, oh no.
What are you here for? To sing and look pretty?
So you think I'm pretty? No. No, not that. Not that. Though singing is something I can do. Travel music, haha. But no, actually, I'm here sort of as a scribe, I guess you could say, yeah.
So you're here to write things down for old men in pointy hats.
Well, actually, I'm here to write things down for just one man, no pointy hat. Does not look that old.
Is he too good for the pointy hat?
Well, let's just say when offered a pointy hat or like leaves, he rather wear leaves.
You know, I'm not even sure what the pointy hat is supposed to signify, to be honest.
Oh,
I don't know if I
like
understand that metaphor.
Those fancy mages, have you ever read this book called Larry Potter?
Just please don't sue us.
It's a Larry Daughter, okay? The Larry Daughter and the Chamber of Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, that's an unsolved mystery. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah, it's a series.
I couldn't get past the first one, honestly. Not my thing.
Yeah, it's quite long.
Too much talking and pointing at each other, and not enough.
The authors are a piece of work.
Yeah, like a lot of material for something meant for 10-year-olds, But But they over there, their mages were based on Cressian mages.
That's the correct term, yeah.
Yes, except rather than the hats, never mind. They had hats. I think they had hats.
The metaphor has been lost.
Yes, it's
right.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's been many moons since I've read Larry Daughter. But think of it like that,
I think I'm gonna just stop thinking about it at all. Frankly.
Valid. Very valid.
Well, good luck with your scribing for leaf-hatted men.
Thank
People
you.
get paper weirder.
Yep.
Tesh is gonna drain her drink and stand up to her whole 6.5 feet height.
I'm just going to go, oh, you're a lot of woman.
Yeah, I get that a lot. And I guess she's gotta go upstairs. I didn't think that through. She's gotta go upstairs.
Upstairs, you've all been given a key to a room. They pretty much rented out the inn. There's one room for each of you. It's pretty simple. It's just got like a double bed and like a couple of places to put your stuff.
Cool. I'm gonna go in there and lock the door.
And it's just so this half elf can't follow you upstairs.
I mean, you know.
Hey. One, pretty sure I can break in on my own. Two, I'm not
Probably.
gonna do that. Consent. But yeah, I definitely fucked that up. So Astraea's just gonna go, and turn around and just do something. Maybe get a drink. I think she deserves a drink after that.
Yeah.
Did
you notice that?
Did I watch that entire terrible attempt at putting go down?
You would have seen it. Give me another perception roll to see like if you actually like heard what they were saying.
This is the only one that I want to succeed. That's a 24.
You literally just sort of, you were like, you had the thesis open in front of you and you were like leafing through some pages, not paying attention. Your eyes were on the train wreck as it happens.
Such a train wreck.
I'm just gonna I said I was gonna head to bed anyway, so I'm gonna kind of take the book, thank Byron, and when I'm passing by Astraea, I'm just gonna pat him on the shoulder and be like, well, you certainly made the best attempt that you could.
God, she was just so big. I didn't think she was that big. Fuck. And I'm just gonna go get a drink.
Gosh. I was gonna let Astraea, recover from that brutal event, and they're gonna go up to whatever room that they're. Do we get our own rooms, or do we have to share a room?
You all get your own rooms.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go to my room, read for a bit, and then go to bed early. Early to bed, early to rise.
You do have an early morning of it.
So Grun has been waiting around for all the conscientious objectors to leave, and she's gonna touch and turn back on her sigil before going to bed.
Grun doesn't want to do anything else.
She's had her drink, and they're rather down on burning things.
That's fair. Anyway, so yeah, I guess it just leaves in Ileana in the lobby, little bar area.
Yeah, she's just going to discreetly toss the image into the fire and head on up to bed.
Just before you, when you get ready to leave, you watch as Eric downs the last of his beer and puts it down. He comes over and he'll sort of gently put his hand on your shoulder and say softly, just be like, just be careful out there. Don't want you dying again on me, darling.
Yes, sir.
And then and he'll leave, and then you are free to continue on up to bed. And you all have a pretty restful night. For some of you, it may actually be one of the best beds you've slept in a while. Looking at Tesh,
Yeah.
it's a pretty big upgrade from the ground.
A roof? What?
Yeah, there's a roof, got a tarp.
That's the real reason she locks the door. Because she has a door to lock.
She's just like, what is this? I haven't had this in so long.
Ooh, click, 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 click.
Yeah, I was about to say the satisfying click.
Yes, you all wake up rather early to a knock on your door. Bellin was just like, just to let you know, there's food downstairs, and the wagon will be leaving in about an hour and a half.
I'm just saying Ileana was awake at the crack of dawn so that she could go and meditate with her darling familiar.
Yeah, just pick up the cat. That's what we did say what your familiar was, and you just sort of stare at it for an hour.
Just quality time with Fire Sting.
Yeah. You do that, and anybody who needs to choose spells, make sure you choose spells, things like that. And you all make your way down to the bar. You do see Velen. He is sort of eating some sort of boiled meat, and like cheese curds. And he's got like another glass of milk.
I'm going to start my morning by having a nice stretch to relax my muscles after a very nice sleep, and then I'll go down to eat. Meat. Can I have meat, please?
The innkeeper, who's a youngish human. We have meat. He's just like, you want anything to wash that meat down with?
Just water, please.
It's
Does water exist in this setting? Wait.
Water exists in this city. It's just like there's a rain barrel out back. He just goes, scoops some of the water, and gives it to you.
Thank you.
Of course.
It's sort of like a mixture of like some of the meat is just like smoked and stuff, and there's like some potatoes in there too.
I'm going to specifically eat all of the meat and not eat the potatoes.
Okay. Yeah. Who wants to come down next?
Tush will be down with her giant sledgehammer. I guess it's actually probably not that big. It's sledgehammer sized.
Yeah,
It'll
it's
come in one
pretty
size.
normal sized.
Yeah, it's pretty normal size. It's just a farm tool, literally.
Yeah.
On like a little carry on her back and her bag, ready to go. Hood is up again. She's just gonna have breakfast.
Yeah. There's meat and alcohol if you want it. If not, there's rainwater.
She'll take the meat and alcohol.
Yeah. There's the meat and there's a glass of there's a sort of just like a tankard of some rather weak ale.
And she will she'll eat the potatoes, but they're the last thing she eats, and it is with clear reluctance.
Both the fighters are picky eaters.
Apparently we don't like potatoes.
Grun will come down next, and she'll be ready for work, which basically means that she looks like she's made of bandages because she's tiny and just has, an entire healer's kit strapped to her body. But that's how she rolls.
She mummifies herself.
Exactly, mummify with the Jedi robe. And she comes in. She tried the alcohol last night. It was not to her taste. So she's going to go with the rainwater and the meat and just dig in. It's, if you've ever seen a goblin eat, it's not pretty.
I specifically don't sit near Gun because I don't want scraps of meat flying at me.
Yeah, anyone that might know anything about medicine is watching like the meat flying onto the bandages and is like, I'm gonna get sepsis.
That's not sanitary. Yeah, that's not sanitary.
This is our cleric.
I'm proficient in medicine too, okay? Like
you're proficient in medicine. I think you guys are good.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. The closest thing we have to a doctor is not very sanitary, but we're fine.
We're all going to die of infection from a paper cut in 2 days.
If I die, I die.
Edgy. So I'm assuming I am the last one to come down, so I might as well make it worth it. I definitely woke up. I like washed my face, gave myself a fucking. I thought Ileana was already out.
No, they just did their morning meditations. Ileana, would you like to go before Astraea?
No, we're good.
Okay, so you want to be the last one down there?
Yep.
All right, then I'm second last, and I took my time doing so. Gave myself like a fake face mask and fucking everything, and I'm gonna go down and make sure my skin looks good because I doubt I'll get this chance for 10 days. I don't know, however long this this thing is. So I'll come down.
Do we know how long this expedition is?
It's going to be probably about a month, at least, depending. It's at least a week there, depending on how long you take, and close to at least a week back. But then who knows how long the expedition itself is going to take.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Amazing. I'll come down. I'll be looking radiant for now, and I'll take my seat. Notice that Grun is being not very sanitary with all of our medical gear, but I will be at peace and continue to eat. I do eat my potatoes and my meat Though I don't really fancy having alcohol this early in the morning. I'll still drink though, but like I won't be chugging it, you know.
Tesh might
Is
be
this seriously at the same table as like Grun?
Yeah, I'd say you're all kind of like sitting at like one of the bigger tables.
I'm going to offer
all
Astraea
together,
potatoes because I don't want them, but I don't want them to go to waste.
So you-
What's happening?
I'm not particularly a fan of vegetables per se. Would you like mine? You seem to enjoy them, and it would be a shame for them to go to waste.
Yeah, sure. You don't like potatoes?
It's not that I don't. I'm not particularly a fan of things that aren't meat.
Well, then, do you want some of my meat? Are you
Well,
still
I'll be.
hungry?
I'm not particularly. If you have any left over, though, I wouldn't mind. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna slide them.
then I'll slide you some meat.
Thank you very much.
and then Trula is the last one, the one yet to come down.
Yes. Ileana comes down with her familiar just chilling on her shoulder, and this is when everyone kind of notices the cat is not a solid black. It is actually kind of a color shifting deal. Think Galaxy Cat.
Galaxy cat.
Galaxy cat.
And she just kind of grabs her plate, sits down and eats.
Ooh, you brought rainbow food?
No.
Looks at okay, give me a second. Oh, looks at Groon, who is very sloppily eating, just shrugs and goes back to her plate.
Your
Not
cat
a morning
is
person.
your cat is very beautiful.
Thank you.
May I ask for your cat's pronoun?
Ding is a she.
She, well, she looks beautiful. She reminds me of the stars.
She is very beautiful. May I pet your cat?
Yes.
Thank you. I get up and I pet the cat. Is it soft?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm going to give it a little scratch. Be like, what a beautiful creature. And I'm going to go back to where I was sitting.
Fluffy Maine Coon.
Amazing.
This is the best decision I've ever made in D&D.
Just petting the cat.
Petting the cat.
So, if we'll be traveling together, what are all of your skills, I suppose?
I cook.
Is that all you do? Did you get those muscles from cooking?
You ever lift a bucket of water 6 times a day?
No, just one time. Just the one.
Well, you gotta do it more times to cook for more people.
Damn.
Not there, it's not gonna be clean water. You gotta boil it first.
Astraea, what about yourself?
Oh, well, I'm really good at getting information specifically from people very quickly and distributing it. Besides that, I'm kind of I've got a foot in many doors, I guess you could say.
You're an interrogator?
I can be. I may not look very intimidating, but I'm
No.
pretty sure I can just pretend that I don't know. Maybe you
I-
did
I-
cheat on your wife. I can make it look very convincing.
I'm
Uh-huh.
good at talking to people too sometimes, but I'm mostly a medic.
Well, and Mara like pauses for a second, just trying to think of a way to not be mean, looking at Grun's lack of control and pyromancy a little bit. Just be like, well, thank you very much for taking care of us in the future. And they look rather hesitant saying that, as if they are certain that Grun will not be able to take care of us in the future.
You're very welcome. Completely oblivious.
And Ileana,
What about you?
yourself? Oh, me?
Both.
Well, I'm a bit of a, I guess, personal investigator scholar. I like to learn about the world, but honestly, I'm mostly here for bodyguarding.
Respect.
Thank you. And Ileana, what about yourself?
Momentarily having a brain fart of the discussion that Bree and I had on this.
You're here for reasons, and you have a cat, so that's all that we need to know.
You're like, cat, and everybody just gets distracted.
Exactly. We're just gonna use the cat for a distraction.
Exactly. The cat is very fluffy and very
That's a
soft.
valid reason.
Yeah. All right, that's good. Well, I certainly look forward to working with all of you. You seem like a wonderful, competent bunch.
Yeah. And like as this is going on, and like Velen will pull out a map from his bag, which to you seems like that map shouldn't have fit in that bag, because it's not like folded up or anything. It's in a tube. It's like rolled up in like a tube. And so he pulls it out and sort of lays it out on the table, and it's not like a full map of the world, but it's like a map of like Cressa's territory. He sort of points to where Cressa is, and he's like, "This is where we are," and then he draws a line to, essentially, if you look on the map on Roll20, there's a little black dot. And he points to that, and he's like, "This is where the ruins were found." And he's like, "Currently, as it stands, we have the wagon is waiting for us at the Mages Guild. We'll pick it up, and then we will go. We will mostly be camping in the wilderness for the first week or so, and then we will stop off in the small hunting town of Vosk to get some supplies and probably sleep in a nice bed for the first time in a week, and then we'll head back. It'll be a little bit less than a week from then, and it may be less, maybe more, depending on how fast we travel." And he just sort of looks at all of you, and he's like, "Does anyone have any questions?"
I personally do not, and I'm going to open up the floor for other people to talk.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, he's just like, "Okay." He'll roll the map back and put it in his bag, and then sort of pull it over his shoulders, and he's like, "Well, if everybody's about done with food, I will go settle the tab, and then we can get going." He walks over to talk to the bartender. Coins are exchanged, and he gestures for you to follow him out of the inn.
I will follow.
Okay, then.
Mm-hmm.
It's still early in the morning, but a city like Cressa is already incredibly busy this early in the morning. It's not as busy as the market district or anything. You're currently in the temple district, which also houses the College of Mages, which honestly is not more than a few blocks from where you are at the inn. So you weave through the people and eventually get to the College of Mages, which is it's a very nice, large building, which a lot of the really, really fancy buildings in Cressa are made out of this white marble, because they have a very white and gold thing going on. That is their sort of national colors, and that's what is on their flag. There's a horse-drawn carriage. I mean, do you want to go to school here?
I guess I do. I because we never specified what school Astraea actually went to. So, and then I just thought it would be in Cressa. Mm-hmm. We're in Cressa.
I'll say this is your, you recognize the building. This is your school. But yeah, there's a horse-drawn carriage. It is closer to like a caravan than like a carriage. Velen opens up the doors on the back, and he's just like, there should be room for most everybody in here while we travel. We will probably all have to take turns, driving it. I almost said steering the horses, and I'm like, that's not the word.
Oh man.
It's going to be cramped, but there is camping supplies and everything for when we make camp at night.
Have the horses that pull it, nothing else?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do if it gets attacked? You want us all crammed in here?
Well, I would imagine we would get out of it.
Okay, that's a good way.
Depending on, we don't have to push it. Like, we can, if people want to walk alongside of it and just make sure that it's safe, that's fine with me. And there's room for 2 people to sit up and drive the horses.
Fair enough.
Oh, I volunteered to drive the horses. I'm so good at driving.
On a scale of 1 to 10 out of character, I'm pretty conscious of the fact that Astraea is flirting with Tesh at this point, right?
Yes.
Tesh, why don't you steer the horse as well? You seem like you'd be very skilled at it.
Okay, sure.
Excellent. I can definitely keep watch if any danger arises. And I smile. I'm not gonna wink or anything like that, but I'm doing my best to push them together, man.
Oh my god, Marrow, you've known me for less than 24 hours and you've already been to wingman for me?
Mao knows that people live for a typically very short time. You may as well do your best to help people realize what they want or what they don't want, you know?
Oh no, how obvious was Astraea wanting the big woman?
Very.
Does Tesh know? Did Tesh pick up on it?
You don't know.
Oh, fuck you.
Arrow picked up on it because they rolled a 24.
Yeah, I know, and I want everyone to be happy and not stressed during this adventure, because the worse you guys are dealing with your romance plot, the less we can learn about cool magic history stuff. So, you can just hear.
Yeah. So you all file into the wagon, and Astraea, you will take first shift on driving the horses. And it's not that far from where you are at the college to one of the gates. And so you drive the wagon out of the gates and start on one of the many roads leading out of Cressa. And if somebody could give me a D10 roll, anyone.
Oh, yeah, I got this. Hold up.
Okay.
It's a cover. It's like it is a covered wagon, but it's like closer to like a caravan where it's like it's not like fabric that's covering it. It's like wooden.
Like a Vardo, is that what they're called?
I think so. It's got like doors on the back of it, and it's got like some stuff. Like there's like a small little desk in the corner and stuff.
About an 8.
An 8. So yeah, you managed about 8 hours worth of traveling before you just really just like gotta. You can't really push the horses anymore. If you do, you risk hurting them, and you're all starting to get a little cramped, all cooped up in the caravan. So it's shortly like right around nightfall when you find a spot to camp. It's sort of this wide open clearing, sort of a little bit off the path. You park the caravan, and Velen helps you pull out all of the camping supplies, and you get the tents set up. They're nothing incredibly fancy. Tesh, you are very, very used to tents like these.
Cool.
There's a little bit of protection from the elements and like a sleeping roll.
How many people fit in each tent, and how many tents are there?
There are generally two people to a tent. And there are 6. There's 6 of you, and there are 3 tents. So there's 2 people to a tent. And Bella's like, I'm sorry to pack more tents, but they just take up so much room.
Okay, well,
Fair enough.
I'm going to chill with the horses, petting them and being like, oh, you did so well today. You really moved. You carried all of us. Good boys. Do they have names? I look for someone who looks official. Do these horses have names?
Essentially, it's the only one I hear is Velen, and he just goes, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to name them now. This is Troya, and this is Diane, because I watched Young Justice, and that's all I'm thinking about. Anyways, you did so good. Oh god, I'm giving them like pets and stuff. I'm making sure they eat, and I'm probably not that helpful when it comes to setting up tents, not gonna lie.
Velen uses his limited magic capabilities to help with setting up the tents.
I can certainly help setting up. I can do the tents.
Yeah. It doesn't take. It's like 30 minutes or so. Like there are like a couple of spikes in the ground, and essentially like a tarp.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And then one of you, whoever wants to build the fire, will build the fire.
I suppose that would be me.
Yeah.
Wait. Can Groon build the fire?
I don't trust Groon building the fire. They
Did
haven't.
someone say fire?
No. From what I've seen, I've grown in their ability to control fire in a responsible manner. From the 24 hours I've known them, I don't trust them to build a fire.
Burn
And
it!
Tesh will do it the old-fashioned way.
Thank
Ileana
you.
will gladly help because she learned how to do all that already. So
I'm gonna start a stupid fire
Yeah,
every night.
Tesh and Ileana work together. You build a small fire pit. It doesn't take incredibly long. And before too long, you pull out the pretty basic rations and all of that, and you're sitting around a fire. It is the end of the first day of your travels.
Do we have... Okay, I should know these things. I should have asked earlier. What is our food situation? Do we have fresh food? Do we only have, like, dried trail jerky? What do we got?
You do have your basic rations, but there is some fresh food in the caravan.
There's always the
Okay, we
rainbow
gotta go
cat.
through that stuff first.
There's like a selection of like there's fruits, and there are a bunch of smoked meats. There are some vegetables that were freshly picked. There are several bottles of cheap wine.
We're traveling in style. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Tesh will cook the fresh food. Not all of it, obviously, just enough. And she's going to make stew.
Yeah.
And it's going to have some of the fresh fruit in it, and like a whole onion, not chopped, just the onion. It still has the skin on it. And like there's like a couple just like unchopped carrots, and like deer would come to the stew for the salt. There's that much salt in it. It is without a doubt terrible.
Yeah.
It is made. It is like, does Tesh have taste buds? I don't know. Nobody else will anymore after this. It is made by someone who has like dreamed of a cook. Like they had a dream about cooking, and they're trying to emulate that weird dream logic in real life to make a meal. It's pretty bad.
Do we have any other options for food?
You do have your rations.
I am going to eat my rations, and I don't trust Tesh's cooking just from the smell, probably.
And Valen is just like, are you sure you're the cook? Just looking at Tesh slightly worriedly.
Got a problem with my cooking?
No. It's great. He just sort of starts eating the stew.
Tesh dear, I don't mean to be particularly impolite, but it doesn't smell very good.
Well, maybe you should check your nose.
Wait, out of character, can you repeat that? You're very quiet. 1 sec, let me pass this you.
Maybe you should check your nose. Well, worst comeback, but here we are.
I can assure you, my nose is fully functional. I wish it wasn't after having to smell that, however. But I would love to work through this cooking dilemma with you if you'd like.
No.
Suit yourself, then. Just left. Okay.
No, sorry, because you guys were talking and I didn't hear anything, so I was like, oh.
Yep. Discord.
Ooh.
Well, Tesh, I hope that you enjoy your meal made wonderfully for yourself.
Sometimes I wish there was like a cooking skill so I could make Ferris roll it.
You can make a roll survival.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
You want to roll a survival? See if like
Yeah,
it
let's
smells.
High roll
Let's
Smells
see what
bad.
it's like.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on.
Yeah.
Psych, she's secretly good at cooking.
Yeah.
That's a 17 plus 4, so 20 something another. I don't know.
I mean,
21.
It doesn't smell great. Doesn't look great, but like you like start eating it, you're just like, it's actually not half bad. Like,
True.
wish the
Ooh,
onion
apples
was
and
cut.
onions.
I wish the onion was cut, and all these flavors somehow work well together. It's just, it looks so incredibly unappetizing.
Yeah.
Astraea was gonna eat it and willingly get food poisoning regardless. So she's pleasantly surprised for sure, and she'll like nod and be like, actually, this is not bad. I like it actually. just the right
Yeah.
amount of salt.
And you gotta make it like keep the moisture in your body with the salt, so you don't have to pee as much.
How much meat is in this stew?
I don't know.
There's not, unless we have fresh meat, there's not any meat because she saved the cured salted stuff for when we're out of fresh food. It's literally just fresh ingredients and salt.
I'm going to stick to my rations then.
Eliana's just sitting next to the group and just feeding the cat little pieces of meat that she has.
Well, I mean,
she's enjoying Tasha's food. Like, she thinks it's really good. It's better than what Eric can cook.
There we go.
As your cat, like, because your cat is a fey creature, it technically doesn't need to eat. So it like you like feed it, and like at first it's like, what are you doing to me, human?
Like, you have
and
to
then
look
like
like a normal cat.
as you continue feeding it, it eventually just sort of like eats to please you. Like, it gets no nourishment from it, and it's just like hum eats. It's like it shows no joy in eating, but it's just like, this will make my master happy.
Does any cat ever show joy in eating? I'm just saying.
Yes.
Mine right now with gusto.
Yep. Mine every morning and evening when I feed them. So they're like, meow! And then they stop meowing. But yeah, if anybody wants it, Velen will open one of the bottles of wine and pass it around.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my. Lots of drinking. I will not take part this time. I'm going to enjoy my water, my salty food, and I think I'll pull out my my lyre, and I'll play a nice soft little thing, just something to kill time with and chill with.
Time passes. You all just sort of enjoy after a long first day. Velen is sort of, he decides to go to sleep first, but he does mention that you are in the middle of the woods, so it is probably a good idea to have some sort of watch schedule.
I can do it.
Naturally. Yeah, I got it.
Figure out some sort of. He's just like, if you need me to stand watch, just wake me up.
Of course, I should be able to keep watch for a while, definitely.
I can help.
Are we having like the 3-shift thing? Rule?
Yeah, if you want to do a 3-shift, you'd either do 2 people or just one person each time. I'm gonna leave that to you. So you do 3 shifts, so everybody gets their 8 hours of sleep.
Tesh, what would you like to do?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I suppose I'll keep watch for the first shift, and I can wake you up for the second one.
That works.
Excellent. Have a fantastic night.
Gurn can watch for the third.
That would be greatly appreciated, Gurn. Thank you.
All the easier to prepare my spells.
Mira's going to pretend they didn't hear that last part. And actually, before the session goes, they are going to approach and be like, I must apologize for insulting your cooking. I took things at face value when I shouldn't have, and insulted a craft that you pride yourself in.
To be completely honest, and this is just between us, I don't know how that worked.
I'm just going to cover their mouth a bit, like stifle a laugh, and be like, well, yeah, secret's certainly safe with me. Head chef.
Yeah, I've never cooked before in my life.
Are you not the head chef of this? How did they let you in?
I think they were too intimidated to say no.
Oh, well, I wish you the best.
I've watched a lot of cooking though. Like, I've seen I know a great chef. And so, I must have just learned from observation.
I suppose so.
They showed here like I watch Master Chef every week.
It's kind of like that.
It's pretty much what this was.
Well, I wish you luck with many more positive coincidences in the future. Go get some rest. I'll wake you up in a few hours.
Hey, you only eat meat?
Yes, mostly.
You picky about it?
Not particularly.
All right, I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you.
You're picky about it, and oh my goodness, you're picky about it, says the woman who didn't eat her fucking potatoes. My goodness.
And potatoes are like the best.
Listen, I only like meat. I have to have that. I have to have the edgy monk vibes. Okay.
Just meat I can work with. If it's like only sheep meat, we have a problem.
just meat.
I can cook up a lizard. We're good.
Well, we'll eat a lizard.
Or a squirrel. I mean,
all
lizards
meat
are good.
All meat is the same in the end, probably.
Mm.
But Aubrey, I did want to ask, while I'm on guard, is it possible to pray at the same time?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send a little prayer and catch my god up.
Wait, I imagine you're not praying for 3 hours straight.
I'm not gonna pray for 3 hours straight. I'm just gonna catch Joanne, my god, up on everything that's happened. Respectfully check in.
Hey, Dad.
Dad, how's hell? I'm doing pretty good here. I have an excellent group of friends that we're going to be adventuring to a forgotten city. It's exciting and wonderful. And I think 2 of them are budding romance lovebirds, but you didn't hear it from me. I hope everything is going spectacularly for you and have a wonderful evening. Okay, bye.
I mean, you don't get a direct response, but you're well aware that it doesn't really, happen very often.
It goes to voicemail.
But you know for sure he's listening.
Mm-hmm.
He just may be like a little bit backed up, with like death.
He has a job to do. It's understandable.
And for your watch, if you could roll me a perception.
So far, my perceptions have been very good, so I'm pretty confident. 25.
25?
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to fail because I was confident.
No, your first watch passes without incident. It's quiet with the normal sounds of the forest around you. A few hours later, you go and you wake Tesh up.
Good morning, dear. It's time for your watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna get watch.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Probably like hard flinch when I wake up, but other than that.
You go out, you feed the fire, so it's sort of, it was like getting down there, but you feed the fire, and you get comfortable for the next few hours, and if you could give me a perception roll.
Yeah, I'm also gonna get my bread start to rise. I'm gonna get that dough ready. My starter that I brought. Like a normal person. Where's the stupid perception? Where do they hide it? Okay, we got a 21.
21?
Yeah.
Yeah. You, your watch passes, without incident. Yeah. It's only downhill from here.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. And it passes without incident. I guess you're starting to make bread.
Yeah, I just want the dough ready so it can rise through the last shift.
Yeah, you prep the bread and everything, and do however you. I have never made bread before.
Oh, it's you knead it and you do and you put it in the pan and then it does its thing for a while.
Yeah. Yep. So you do that.
Need supervision.
You sort of put it away so it can do its thing without supervision.
Yep.
And you go and wake Grun up.
Gonna poke Grun with the handle part of my sledgehammer just in case they're twitchy.
Ah, what was that?
I don't know. I hit people when I wake up. What? Figure you might too.
It's shift time.
Yeah, it's time.
Okay.
Hey, there's bread rising. Don't touch it. You hear me?
All right.
I will break your head in if you touch that bread.
Ooh, kind of a scared look, and like, okay.
Violent.
So violent.
So she goes to bed.
So Grun will take up her location, like right basically sitting on the fire, like just shy of throwing herself in it.
Just like right there.
And we'll also start doing some of her spell prep as she's watching. And you need a perception roll,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So that's a 19 for my watch.
A 19? So probably about 3 hours. Like, how long are these watches?
I think they're 3 hours.
3 hours? Okay, so it's about like an hour and a half.
2.5, maybe 2.5.
Like halfway through your watch. Grun, you start to get the feeling like something's watching you. Like that sort of like prickling rise on the back of your neck. And you sort of like, you look around, but you can't see anything.
Who's there? I have fire.
And then just off in the distance, you just sort of hear the low grumble of like a growl.
Everybody, that I growling.
Can we just wake up with that, or do we have to like?
Oh no, Ground I imagine is yelling. But the yelling also tips off whatever is out there, and Grun, you watch as these 4 wolves sort of you watch them almost materialize out of the trees as they sort of have circled your camp. And now is a pretty great time to have everyone roll perception for our very first combat of the game.
Fantastic.
Other than Sparlock, you don't actually have to roll because I'm just going to use your 19.
Oh, that's a shame. I wanted that 26. Okay.
I have not gotten a bad roll yet for this. Oh my god.
Roll the one that looks the most like.
No, I was like, which set? Sorry.
Which set? Oh, okay. Use the I think it was like the purple and was it gold?
Yes.
Yes, that's it. So I'm like, which dice? I'm like, the D20. But then I was like, wait a minute, but I was gonna say D20 plus your initiative, and I'm like, this is the wrong game.
Don't drop. Like, we're gonna do this going forward. Is don't just drop everything in chat because I get really confused when people do that. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to ask people what they rolled.
Oh, okay.
It's easier on me because then I'm just like, who did what number?
Fair.
Because Aki, what'd you roll?
21.
21. Cool. Ferris, what did you roll?
16.
16. Cool. And Grun, you rolled the 19. Tick, what did you roll?
25.
25. Cool. And Trula, what did you roll?
I can't remember where we get our pluses from. Sorry.
It's the perception. It's going to be the sheet. It's going to be the
Is it that
it's going to be
3?
the 3. Yeah, it's going to be added to your D20 roll.
Okay, so it's 17.
17. Cool.
Yes.
So somehow Marrow goes first.
No one is surprised by this.
Marrow just sits bolt upright in bed and is just like, I am ready to fight. I will also say if you have armor, you probably did not sleep in the armor unless you wanted fatigued 1. I will say if you want to spend your first turn putting on your armor, you can, but that is the entirety of your turn.
It's a good thing I don't wear armor. So, how far away are the threats? Can we see them yet?
Yes, they are. The clearing itself is like 30 feet across, so they're all within 30 feet of you.
Within 30 feet? Are they within 25 feet?
I would say one of them is. One of like the pack leader is sort of leading them. He is the one that stepped furthest into the clearing. Everyone else is kind of just sort of at the line of the trees.
1 second. Let me check. Where's my... I think my movement is 25, but I cannot see it right now on my sheet. But I will attack the one that's within 20... Yeah, it's 25 feet. I see it. Okay. So, I get 3 actions, correct?
Yes, you do.
We are fighting wolves, and this is very fitting. But for my first one, I'm going to use movement to move up to it. For the second action, I'm going to drop into my wolf stance. Awoo. And with my third action, I'm going to attack and also use flurry of blows. Fingers crossed, my luck continues. Let me change my damage real quick. Sorry. Okay, it's a D8. Perfect. That's okay. I got a nat 20, so it's 26 to hit for the first one.
Nice.
A 26 will definitely hit. Give me just a second. That's also going to be a critical.
I rolled max damage, and I think I rolled almost max critical damage.
Get it.
Please check. Oh my god, I'm losing my goddamn mind. Please just check the channel. I think the dice bot loves me.
I think it does. Critical, and say damage doubled.
In total, it says it 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
So it's for the first attack.
Yes.
You still have a second attack. I
do have a second attack. And I feel like it's not going to end up this cool. However, I'm going to try anyways. That's a 4.
Yeah. So unfortunately, your first attack does hit, and you hit that wolf really hard. It's still standing, but it's barely standing.
And then, is that a critical fail, or is it just a regular fail?
That is just a regular fail.
Ooh, okay. So first one's a good hit, second one is a miss, but I can live with that. And that is my turn.
Cool. And then Astraea is next.
Amazing. So, at a pure impulse, Astraea does not put on her armor. She's going to run for the horses because she's not about ready to walk, okay? That, and she just named them.
Yes, so she's very attached.
Yeah, she's attached. Troya and Diana, we gotta protect them. Beautiful girls. And so I will not wear armor. I'm going in with beautiful ripe 14 AC. Okay. Things I can do. Does getting up, does that count as one of the actions? Getting up and going to the horses?
Yes, it counts as a move action.
Amazing. Okay.
Technically it's like an action to stand and an action to go, but I'll just count it as one action.
Okay. And I think what I'm gonna do is I will spend an action to do Inspire Courage. So I guess that means I just ran out with a fucking lyre or something like that. And like maybe I was sleeping it with my hand near it or something. Mm-hmm. I'm going and I'm gonna keep that mojo going for a bit and use one of my focus points for that. And that would leave me with one more. Correct?
One more action.
One more action. Yeah. All right. Then for my last action, I think I'm going to use the cantrip shield.
Shield? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. And that's a one action cantrip?
Yeah, it's a one action cantrip. And I think circumstance bonus +1 to the AC, I guess. I'm pretty sure. Cool. Pretty sure I did that right. Yeah.
Shield, yep, one action. Cool. Yeah, that's correct. You're standing next to the horses and are now shielded. And Grun.
Grun likes their place by the fire, so she will take aim at there's 2 that are currently engaged.
No, one wolf is currently engaged.
One wolf that's currently engaged. All right, so she'll take aim at the other one. Whatever one looks weakest.
There are 4 wolves total. Only one of them has been hit.
All right, so pick one of the other ones at random and burn it with her fire ray, which that is an attack roll of 20.
20, yeah, 20 will hit.
You also get the +1.
Yeah, it's 21. So, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Inspire Courage, everyone gets that +1. So, I mean, you do the 5 damage to one of them?
Yes.
Cool.
Really good use of focus point. And I will shield with my last action.
So, yeah, it is now the wolf's turn. So that wolf you just booped on the snoot, Tick, is not happy. It doesn't look very good, and it's going to lash out at you.
Okay.
And that's a 24.
That hits. It's not a crit, but that's a hit.
So that is. It's not close. It deals 4 damage, and it just sort of and knocks you down.
Ah, fuck.
You are now down. It doesn't have you grappled, but it has knocked you down.
Okay.
And you take the 4 damage, and then you are now on the ground. So that was its first action. So it's going to try to bite at you again.
That means I lose my dex, right?
Yeah, you are on the ground, so like because it's not 5es, they don't get advantage. So I think it counts you as flat-footed.
Okay, so my AC draws.
I have the conditions in front of me. Because you're not grabbed or anything, you're just knocked down.
I'm bendy, so I can talk.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm just like, what is this? And that's it just rolled a 19.
That hits even if I'm not flat-footed.
Okay, and that's another 4 damage.
Okay, I'm not dead yet, but I have some regrets on charging in without thinking.
Oh, that's fair. And then it's gonna try it one more time, and that's gonna miss with a 2. The third time you managed to sort of just roll out of the way as the jaws come at you.
Ah, yikes.
And then the one that it's the next wolf's turn, and the one that Grun shot the firebolt at, it like growls and uses its first action to move up to you, and then is going to try to attack you. It's 11 plus it's 18. Does an 18 hit Grun?
Sorry, I was looking up prone, trying to figure out where the flat-footed is a reference to. Yes, and 18 very definitely hits Grun.
For 5 damage, and you are also knocked prone.
Ow.
It is going to attempt to attack you again, and that's going to miss. It's going to try. Nope, that it only had two attacks. So cool. And then the third wolf. It sees Astraea go for the horses, and it will make a beeline for you. First action, move up to you. Second action, to chomp. That is a 15.
That hits.
And that is actually going to be a 7 damage. And I believe you can use your shield to negate some of the damage.
I think this shield at its current level only negates about 5, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm. You can use I think it's a reaction to do that with the shield, the raise shield action, and negate 5 of the 7 damage if you wanted to.
Yep.
Cool. Also, everybody, I forgot to mention this earlier, everyone, you have 1 hero point.
Oh, cool.
Actually, I'm going to give Astraea and Tesh both an extra hero point for the amazing RP in the bar. So you both have 2. That was
Amazing, you say.
amazing. Hero point works a lot like inspiration. In like 5e, it's you can use 1 hero point to re-roll any roll, or if you get downed and are in like dying, you can use all of your hero points to stabilize.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's re-roll. Like if you massively fuck up a roll and you're just like, I don't want to live with these consequences, hero point.
Perfect.
I will pin that for future reference. So yeah, that is. So yeah, you only take like 2 of the damage, and you are knocked down, and it's going to attempt to hit you again, and that's not going to hit. And then the last wolf is going to come over to is going to see the alpha attacking Marrow and is going to try to come over and help. First action to get over to you. Second action to a hit. That's only a 13.
That does not hit even with my dex gone. Whew.
And he rolled the exact same number again.
They try their best, but they're not succeeding.
Yeah, you're just like rolling like on the ground, and you're just like, I gotta.
I got this, guys.
See, I'm fine. But yeah, that is all the wolf's turn, and we have Ileana.
Okay, so she comes out of her tent, which is of course one action, and how close am I to Astraea? Because she's been tackled down, correct?
You're
No.
within.
I'm not tackled down.
No.
Yeah,
Who
you
got tackled?
think Astraea. Yeah, I think you did because the wolves have knockdown to their attacks. So if they hit, they knock you down.
So regardless if they just hit me, I'm like auto on my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I am also knocked down. We got like 3 people down.
Yeah.
Okay, so how close am I to her at this point? in time?
You're within like the camp is not that big, so you're within like 15 feet.
Awesome! Let's use Tanglefoot on the wolf that has Astraea. And that's gonna be a 21 because I just got a nat 20.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Ooh.
And that's it's an attack, or is it a thing they save against?
I don't have that noted.
2 Archives of Nethys.
It's the one part I don't have noted.
That's fine. I think it might be just like so Tanglefoot. That's it.
It says on the. It does say it can make an attempt to escape using a DC to.
Attempt a spell attack against the target. So yeah, you rolled 20. You did exactly correct. So you rolled the 20 plus your spell attack roll. Right.
Which one?
Spell attack is that 6 for it's on your spells. It's up at the very top on the left.
I'm blind. I'm sorry, dear.
For spells on the left.
So I get to add that to the 20 as well?
Yep.
Okay, so it's actually a 27 with the +1 that we all have too.
And that's a crit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crit. So what does Tanglefoot do if it's a critical success?
Target gains the immobilized condition and takes a negative 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speeds for 1 round.
Cool.
It can attempt to escape against your spell DC to remove the penalty and the immobilized condition.
Cool. Yep. So yeah, that is Tanglefoot is 2 actions. So that is your turn.
Yes.
Immobilized. Can't take any actions with the move trait. If you are immobilized by something holding you in place and an external force would move you, the force must succeed at a skill. Cool. So yeah, it can't move.
Yeah. Astraea is still pinned, but
if she puts distance
it
between
can't
the wolf,
bite you.
yeah, if you put distance between you and that wolf can't get you. And lastly, we have Tesh.
Right. Tesh is going to leave her tent and pull up her sledgehammer and attack the thing I don't remember what I add to this.
It is going to be for a melee attack. It is your strength mod plus your proficiency.
Okay. So it looks like
That's a shove?
Yeah, I guess it comes with shove. I don't know what any of it means. I think it's a miss. I think is what happened here. Is what that is. I think it's a miss. Or I put it in wrong and the math is wrong. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm like, that seems a little off. Give me a sec.
It looks like you rolled a 5 on the dice.
Okay.
Okay, then yeah,
So
then that would be a miss.
Yeah, strength 4.
This is what I get for using the roller instead of my dice.
Yeah, that's fair. I was like, everything actually looks fine. I was like, looks like you have all the numbers in there. So
I'm gonna try again with my regular dice. Now I know what to add to it. But that is enough.
I put it as -2 penalty. Cool. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Okay, but plus this 7, I think we said. That's gonna be 26 minus 5, 21.
21. Yeah, 21 will hit on your second. Are you going after the one that's got marrow? Are you going after the one that's got Astraea?
Whoever's
the one that's
closest, in your head, wherever you put us in your head, and whoever's closest.
I'll say that the one that one of the ones on marrow is closest to you.
All right.
There's either the one that is very injured or the one that is uninjured.
I'll take the very injured one, and I would like to hopefully crush its head open.
Yeah, and you rolled a what to hit? Was that 21 to hit?
That's gonna be yes.
21 to hit? Yeah, 21 will hit, and then roll for your damage.
It's gonna be 11.
11? So yeah, no, there is a sickening crunch as your hammer connects with that wolf's head, and it collapses dead on top of Marrow.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's my turn.
Yeah. Cool. And Marrow, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, the biggest threat is gone, and I might be injured, but I think there's another one here that I can deal with. So I'm going to rapid fire use all of my actions. One of them, I think, is to stand up.
Yes.
My second one, I'm going to use to drop back into wolf stance because, quite frankly, I want that sweet, sweet bonus damage. And my third one, I'm going to attack flurry of blows because I can do that once a round. Delicious.
I don't know if you have to drop back into wolf stance.
I think you have to use your action to go back into it. I'm not sure if I can just stand up back into it or not.
Well, I mean, because you spent an action to go into it last turn. You don't have to spend an action every turn to stay in it. You just...
Oh, because the thing I assumed is if I have to stand up, I stand up back to normal position. I don't know if I can stand up into wolf stance.
I would say you could stand up into wolf stance because that makes sense.
All right, I'll stand up into wolf stance then, and I'll use two actions to attack, and one of them is going to be flurry of blows, so it's going to take a lot of negatives, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So the first one, that's a 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Okay.
Just shy of a crit, though.
Damn, that's 6 points of piercing damage. The second one has a -4 penalty, so fingers crossed. That's 20 to hit because I rolled the exact same thing.
Dang.
And so that's 16 damage.
Remember, you have a +1 from me.
Okay, so that...
That first one, if the +1 is actually a crit.
All right, so I guess that is a crit. That's a lot of damage.
Yes.
So
that
that's...
is 26 damage? From
26...
just your flurry of blows?
I haven't used my flurry of blows yet. I've used one action to attack, one action, and my second action... I just know I get 3 options to attack, and I keep getting penalties. I haven't figured out where the flurry of blows has gone yet.
Well, the flurry of blows, that's what you do first.
Okay, so attack and flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows acts like you're doing 2 attacks. Your first one, normal. Second one is the -4 penalty. And you just add them together, so they technically are 1 attack.
Okay, so that's 26 damage for the first attack.
Yeah, you just like, because technically your wolf stance is non-lethal,
Yeah.
but you just kick that wolf so hard in the head, where it's just like, it's out. Is it going to come back to consciousness? Who knows?
Is talking a free action?
Talking would be a free action, yes.
I'm gonna look at Tesh and ask if we should, finish it off because it's still alive.
I'll take care of it.
All right, I'm going to. If those are two of my actions, can I use the third one to move?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to move towards, I guess, the one that's harassing Grun because that one's not tied up or anything. And that is all of my things. I'm going to punch everything to death.
Punch! And then it is Astraea's turn.
All right. Okay, question. So it's an action to move, to get up, and it's also an action to move away, correct?
Yes, it is. You can use an action to get up, and then you use one move action to get up, and then one move action to get away, and then you still have one action to do things.
While I'm prone, can I crawl?
Yes.
Can I crawl away?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to use my action then to crawl away.
I think it is like half your normal speed.
I think my speed is about. I think it's 25. I think that's my speed.
Yeah,
so
stand up action to get up and stride action to walk, but there is a crawl action as well. So.
Okay, cool. I'm going to crawl. If I can, under the carriage.
I would say, yeah, no, it's far enough from the ground. You could just crawl right under that thing.
Yeah, I'm crawling under the carriage. However, I'm going to use another action to keep the my inspire courage up. Yeah, I'm going to keep the. Cool. Actually, wait a minute, Meryl. How hurt are you? Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I am about a little over half health.
Okay, I'm going to say you're okay for now then. Because it's like, do I want to keep the inspired courage up, or do I want to heal you? Like that is what I'm left with.
Keep the inspired courage. That
yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep the inspired courage up, and I do not think I can do anything else. So I'm just gonna make sure that I am underneath this carriage, and I am okay. And I don't think I can summon shield again.
Unless you wanted to spend actually no, it's a cantrip, so it's you could no wait, shield does have once the spell ends, you can't use it again for 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I can't.
Did she use the shield block reaction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, use the shield block reaction, so you only took the 2 damage from that first hit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then Grun, it is your turn. There's a wolf on top of you. It looks very angry.
Bad doggy, burn with the fires of a shield. I will cast Burning Hands. That's a basic dex saving throw. Wow, I keep rolling min damage.
And that is a is a 14.
I have DC of 17, so it didn't make it. And that is 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. Cool.
And I will shield myself, since that seems the best right now.
You're still on the ground?
Still on the ground. Still with the now even more angry doggo in front of me. Help!
And it is said doggo's turn now. And it's burning. The smell of burning fur just fills the clearing.
Nice. Gross.
And it rolled a 13.
I have an AC of 14, so it misses.
Cool. And then its second, and it's going to make it another attack. That's worse, so that's not going to hit. That's cocked. That's worse. It's not gonna hit. You just managed to like roll to the left and then roll to the right as it just like your jaws keep snapping like literally inches from you. And then the one that you're near, Astraea, is still in the Tanglefoot, so it's going to attempt to get out of it. It's not going to get out of it. It's going to try again. It's not. And it's not. It's rolled a 5, 6, and a 7. So it's stuck in Ileana's Tanglefoot. Fine, and now it is Ileana's turn.
Okay, so we're gonna give a good whack at trying to finish that one off with which of my 3 lovely evil cantrips can we use?
I mean, you could also just straight up use a spell if you prepared one of those. Like
I did, but it's not one of the fun ones.
That's fair.
Let's electrocute the puppy.
Oh.
Or attempt to.
Yeah. So that's a +6.
Once I roll. 19 plus 6. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Plus the +1 we get.
Yeah.
So it's 26.
That's 26, and that is a critical success.
Yes.
Deal
electricity damage equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah. So that's gonna be your intelligence mod.
Got it. Let me scroll back over because I know I gotta do that. So that's 3. Let's hope this is good.
Because I'm like, doesn't say anything that it doubles, but I think it does.
I don't know. It blatantly just states in the notes that I have it is 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, because it's not a spell attack.
Nope.
They have to make a reflex save.
Yes.
Cool. So they have to get better than your spell DC.
Yes.
Which that's not going to be better. It's a basic, so that's your spell DC is
16.
16. So yeah, even with its it's not going to get there. With its 8, it's going to be a 15.
So roll a 3 on the d4, and then it's a 3 plus for the modifier. So 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Cool. So that is it yelps and it would jump back if it wasn't stuck in the briars.
And that was a 2-action turn. So
you do have one more action, so if you wanted to move closer to Ileana, closer to Astraea, you are Ileana.
Let's do that. We're just gonna move closer to Astraea.
Cool.
I'm under the cart.
Okay. Well, you stand in front of the cart where Astraea is hiding under.
Yes.
But there's definitely some harp music coming out of it.
You just lovely music coming from under this cart. And then Tesh, it is your turn.
All right. Okay, so there's the technically unconscious wolf.
Yep.
At our feet.
I would say that it's not likely to ever wake up.
Sure. And then, where is the next closest one?
The next closest one is there's either it's the one by the fire with Grun, or the one that's in the briars.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the one by Grun. Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna attack it. Ooh, natural 18. I'll take that. Thank you. My little barbarian dice. So 18 plus 7 is 26.
And that's plus the plus 1 from Inspire Courage.
27.
20.
Then.
27? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a critical success.
All right, rad.
Its AC is 15, so if you get a 25, that's a crit success.
Oh, cool. Well, I at least have a 25, possibly a couple more. Math. Okay, cool. What does that mean? What is a crit?
It's critical success. It's crit. So your damage and double it.
Max damage? That's gonna be 24.
24, and you went. You went to the one either was attacking Grun or the one near Astraea.
Run.
Grun. So yeah, you just come over and just swing your hammer down, and it just connects, and there's a crunch and a dead wolf.
Nice. And then I'll use my last action to go to the wolf by Astraea in the brambles. Do I have to go through the brambles? Can I go through the brambles?
It's just the brambles that are. It's not like an area or anything. The brambles are just around the wolf.
Wait, psych. I have a javelin. I'm gonna throw my javelin. Oh, I'm sorry, kitten, you just fell off the couch. I'm gonna throw my javelin because I have that. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. I don't have as high of a plus, and I also have a minus. But okay, 21. It's gonna be a 16.
16 will hit.
Oh, right. How much do I roll for this thing?
Javelin is
D6?
It's a D6.
Okay, cool.
And I believe you add your. I don't think you add your strength mod. Like, what are the ranged weapons you add your strength mod? I don't remember.
Well, it's a 5 on the dice. I don't know if I add anything, but the damage is 5 otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like I add a +0, but I inputted all this information, so it could be wrong. But we'll just go with 5 and call it a day.
Yeah, 1d6 piercing. It just does the 1d6.
Nice. Well, that would it takes 5 damage. Ooh, excuse me, kitten, please move.
So the 5 damage. So yeah, it's still standing, but yeah, it's taking quite a bit of damage. Oh my god, this pad is so nice because I don't have to like cross anything off. I can just wipe it away and write the new HP.
Nice. Cool. It now has a spear or a javelin, and it's
and it's still stuck in the briars. And then it is Marrow's turn.
So, may I use my action to get over there?
Yep.
And pummel it to death?
Yes.
Okay.
You get a flurry of blows.
I'm also going to flurry of blows, so let's do that one first for my first action. That's a 15 to hit.
15 just barely hits.
Perfect, that's 9 points of damage.
Cool. And then the second attack for flurry of blows.
Okay, 1 sec. Oh, no, that one doesn't hit. That's a 17 minus 4. 17 minus 4, that's like a number. That's below 15. That's a 13. Or it's a 14 with the shield, but there's nothing else I can use to cheese that, unfortunately. I can use my third action to attack, or my final action to attack once, but isn't that at like a -8 penalty?
It's -8, but it's a chance.
You know what? I'm going to do it because I have no brain cells. That's a 25 minus 8.
26.
That's an 18.
Essentially -7 because you still get that +1.
So that's an 18 to hit.
And 18 hits.
That's 7 points of damage.
And yeah, no, you come over and you take out the other wolf. It's just Marrow and Tesh, just ruthless killers of animals.
None of them I killed technically.
Technically. They're never going to wake up. They're never going to recover. But they're not dead.
I think the definition of dead is never waking up. But I believe, is combat over now?
Yes, combat is over. We'll drop out of initiative.
I am going to pick up the wolves, or pick up like the one in the brambles and kind of pick it out and be like, well, Tesh, this is some meat that we can use.
I had the same thought. Ash is also going to go over to the never waking up one and just kind of like stomp on its head and break its skull.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not waking up.
And like as this is going on, like Velen just sort of like pokes his head out of the caravan. It's just like, is it over?
Definitely, don't worry about it, dear.
Okay.
But I am going to collect the
All right, and once everyone has killed their enemies, I am going to burn 2 of my heal to heal back everyone. That's 9 damage, which should bring everyone to full, I think.
Nice.
Or close enough.
9 damage for everyone?
Yeah, that's the full action heal emanation.
The full
30
action
feet.
heal.
Nice, perfect. I am full health again. Yay.
I am definitely full health. I'm gonna crawl out of the underneath the carriage, though. Definitely gonna crawl out of that, and be like, "Oh, Mero, I'm so sorry. I was going to heal you last turn, but I thought the courage was better."
It's fine, dear. Your assistance was excellent, and they kind of like stretch out their arms, drop their stances. Like it wasn't too much of an issue in the end.
Okay, that's good. I'm not the most proficient healer, but I can still heal a good boo boo.
Of course. I do believe Grom has taken care of it with some magic that, and Mao kind of lowers their voice a bit. I'm not sure how skilled they are in that magic or how reliable it will be in the future, so I certainly appreciate your offer a lot.
I'm gonna look at all the dead wolves though and go, oh no.
Why oh no?
Well, okay, I have a question. How violent and gory is it? Like,
probably pretty.
I mean,
crushed 2 skulls.
But it's also at the same time, it was like with bludgeoning weapons. So I mean, there's blood, but there's probably not gore everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
a sledgehammer to a skull.
My unarmed attacks actually did piercing damage, so.
Yeah.
No, a sledgehammer to a skull. Yes, I understand. Would leave quite the splatter. But what I'm asking is, is that what you used majority of the time? Was it just sledgehammers to the skulls?
I think 3 of them ended up with crushed heads, and some of them got punched quite a lot. One of them got stabbed. A bunch of them were set on fire.
Oh no!
You fucked these wolves up.
Yeah, pretty violent. I would think, personally.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I will be very fine. I have definitely seen animal abuse death before.
Why don't you give me a fortitude save, Aki?
I wouldn't call it animal abuse if they were trying to kill us first. They were simply asking to be sent to Doan.
Fortitude save, right?
Yeah.
So I have to look for where it is. I found it, but I had to look for a second. I'm going to assume my Inspire Courage is still up.
Yes, for a minute.
Good at 18.
At 18, you're feeling a little nauseous, but you keep in your dinner.
Yeah, it's not like I haven't killed an animal before or seen it killed before. I've definitely have with my dad, but like
I mean, your dad didn't use a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I know. For sure. Yeah. Okay, my dad left no blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
your dad used a bow and maybe a knife.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it was like phew. It was sleek. It was swift and clean. And this is
not clean.
This is a 5-year-old with finger paints.
At least for the sanity, perhaps Tesha's going to drag the bodies into the woods and sort of like away from eyesight, get the meat out of these wolves for
probably try to salvage the pelts too.
Yeah, sure. Pelts, meat, but away from eyesight and like
Yeah.
as almost earshot. Like if you're not paying attention, you probably can't hear the sculching.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that my hands are covered in blood because I've been doing piercing damage with them.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how.
Dang.
Apparently, you use your nails to do it. Like you stab them with your fingers. I don't. That's what the skit says.
In like specific martial arts, you can. There's 3 types of power. It's like it was like grip strength. What do you call it? No, sorry, it was 3 types of grip strength. It was like the hold, release, and something else. But there are points in time where you can legit like slice through people with your fingers. That's an actual thing that you can do in martial arts. It requires a lot of training, and a lot of finger breaking. But like it's a completely it's a thing you can do. You can stab someone with your fingers. Like you can do it. There's like at least there's several actors who can do it too.
As Trula just said in chat.
Yep.
I stabbed people with my fingers, and I'm probably going to have to wash my hands so I don't give Astraea any more trauma. Is there like a stream or any body of water, or do we have water that I can wash my hands off?
I would also say that like you guys are probably like 100. There's a stream that flows nearby, so you can go over and
I'm gonna wash my hands and a bit of blood off my body, clean up.
The adventurer's kit does include soap.
Yes, that it does.
It does include soap. Aubrey mentioned this specifically when I was setting up my character. I'm gonna use soap to wash my hands.
Yes, because we're all clean people.
Yes. We will have hygiene in this campaign.
Fantastic. And once I've washed my hands and am no longer covered in blood, I believe Tesh, our wonderful chef, is dealing with the wolf carcasses. So I suppose I will just chill.
Yeah. And Valen's like, I guess wolf is on the menu this morning.
Delicious and fantastic.
Because, you're going to want to, like, cook that meat pretty fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's certainly a lot of it, but...
I mean, is there...
There's
4 wolves. 4 wolves, but, they're very lean.
I mean, I guess it's fair.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, I would say, like, for rations and stuff, like, food-wise, you probably pull about, like, depending on how you ration it, like, 4 days worth of food split between everybody.
Yeah, let's just have a massive feast tomorrow because it won't keep very well. And
yeah, you didn't carry like a smoker around with you.
I mean, we have a bunch of salt, or at least we had a bunch of salt.
you might still have a lot of salt.
Is my bread okay?
Yes, your bread is fine.
Great.
You can have wolf sandwiches.
Is it risen enough to bake it this morning?
Yeah.
It might be a little on the flat side, but I will I will put that very carefully over the fire.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how you bake bread in a campfire, but you know what? We're gonna find out.
We're gonna figure this shit out. You've got bread and you've got wolf for breakfast.
And the bread is really good.
Oh yeah, bread's great. It's like it seems to be like the one thing like cooking wise that Tesh is like 100% like I know how to make bread.
Yeah, it's legit bread. It is the bread of someone who has spent all of the pandemic practicing.
I bought things to make bread during the pandemic, and I never made bread.
Aww.
You've got bread, you've got wolf, you've got the remainder of the bottle of wine. Then you eat, you pack up camp, and you head on your way.
All right.
I know it's drive again. I would be good to do that.
Mm.
Oh, but can I drive and get my focus point back? Does that work?
I would say yeah.
not,
maybe
I
y'all
can drive
need to
and sit
finish
next
your
to me.
good night's sleep.
Yeah, you guys get like the like you were probably in like the last like hour or two, so you all take like a quick power nap and everything, so you get your spells back and stuff.
Amazing.
And you set on you pack up the camp, and I almost said you mount the horses, and I'm like that you don't do that.
Well, I'm definitely making sure. I forgot to mention it before, but I'm definitely making sure that Troya and Diana are like all okay.
Yeah. And you get back on the road. And the next several days pass without too much of an incident. You ride through the day and you sleep through the night. There are no more hungry wolves poking around your campsites. And it's the end of the fifth day. You finally see a town again. It is the small town of Vosk, which started mainly as a hunting village. And Velen will sort of be talking about it as you approach because he knows things. Sort of that it's a small hunting village, and there's not really much here. It just they mostly trade with people that pass through. And there, he said you did mention that there's an inn. So you, there's an inn that you will all spend the night at before leaving in the morning. There is a small like general store if there's anything you need to pick up, but other than that, it is just you're gonna sleep and leave in the morning.
I'll make sure to mark the sides of the buildings. Grun was here.
Of course.
I think it's important that we establish this since it has been several days of traveling with only 3 tents. But what is our current rooming situation?
Yes, this is important.
I need to know.
I will not room with Grun.
That's
Ileana is like against that idea as well.
We share a common interest. I guess we're rooming together.
That's fine.
I guess Tash is probably with Grun then.
Mm-hmm.
And then Astraea's with Felon?
Velen, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a very quiet sleeper. Honestly, half the time he just sleeps in the caravan.
Valid.
Oh,
Then I
get
get
your own tent.
hold my own fucking tent.
It's because he like falls asleep at his desk.
Which is
You have the tiniest person and the biggest person sharing a tent.
Which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
One needs a lot of space, the other doesn't.
Yeah.
well, every now and then I'm definitely going to write a little bit in my little notebook, detailing the journey. I'll definitely read from the fucking books that he gave, specifically looking for any details on the kingdom of Nike. And occasionally I want to check my pearl. I forgot to mention that. Is my pearl okay? I didn't bring my bag during that battle. I think it's okay.
Your pearl is fine.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same way it was when you left home.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem any bigger. It just looks the same, right?
Yeah, the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyone else have anything they wanted to get done in the travel time?
Other than just give my gods some daily updates, not really.
Mm.
They gotta learn all the tea.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you give your updates to your dad, all that fun stuff, and so yeah, as you pull the cart into Bosk, there is a stable behind the inn, so they take care of your horses and the caravan, and you all head into the inn. I will say for an update for Eric. Like that's a thing I could answer in this.
Well, I wasn't sure. That's why I didn't want to ask it out loud.
No, ask it out loud. Go for it. Yeah, no, there's
I
a way.
really wanted to update Eric.
Sure. Yeah. When you get to town, because of your cultist background, you do see, as you're all disembarking from the caravan, you look over at the blacksmith, And he's not like a fancy blacksmith. He just mainly works on like carts and horseshoes.
Yeah.
But around his neck, you do see the symbol, the little crown on a chain, because you are part of the cult of the Mad King.
Okay, so she's basically just passes him a note.
Yeah.
That says they've arrived safely. No one suspects her. All the fun stuff.
Yep. You do your. I wanted to come up with like some sort of fun little like phrase that you say to each other, and I've not come up with anything good, but I'll let you know if I do. But yes, they're like a sign, a salute, or something. You guys have something to let you know that you're, or you just sort of flash a little crown on a pendant.
She has a ring. She has a ring where it's like tiny, but it's still noticeable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got the ring, and he knows. And you pass him the note, and he says softly that he'll pass it along to people he knows, and that it will get back to the sender soon.
Thank you.
Mm. So you guys sort of all watch as like Eliana gets off the cart, goes over to the blacksmith. They have a short conversation, like they know each other, and then the blacksmith goes back to work.
Are you from here?
No, but he used to do tradesman work with people from where I grew up.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Oh, I thought you had I thought he was like a family or something, and I was going to go say hi.
And this is just when she shoves Bursting into Astraea's face like, Kitty.
Oh, look at you. I immediately am enamored by the cat, and I'm like, oh, look at you. Look at this little starlight. Hi. Hello, Kitty, that I know you mentioned your name, but I don't remember.
Bursting.
Briar String?
Sting.
Briar Sting. I'm going to go write it down. Why, hello.
Yep.
Look at this little kitty.
Yeah. And as you're having this conversation as you walk into the inn, it is like mid-evening by this point. Like places are getting ready to close up shop. So the inn isn't incredibly busy currently. There's there's as you enter, you'll see there's an elf behind the bar. He looks up and is just like, "Welcome in," and he's like, "Just take a seat wherever. Someone will be by to take your order in a moment."
Tesh is gonna pull her hood up once, probably as soon as they got in range of the town. She put her hood up her hood.
Cool. Yeah. No. Velen just sort of he makes a beeline for like a sort of a large booth in the corner, like thinking almost like that you would follow him. You don't have to. There's a couple people in the bar so far. There's a woman at the sitting on a bar stool. There's two elves over in the corner. They're talking quietly over their drinks.
I think I'm gonna go up and talk to the bartender specifically. And just be like, hello. So my friends and I are new in town, and we were wondering, where would be the best places to see if we only had a day. And I'm trying my best to use the hobnobber skill feat that I have, in which basically I'm trying to gather as much information as I can. While talking, it tends to, I can typically reduce the time that it takes for me to do this. So I'm just going to keep up this fucking conversation.
The guy, he's an elf. He's probably about as old as Velen, but he doesn't look that old. He has long dark hair that, if it wasn't like tied up in some sort of like bun currently, it would be probably like halfway down his back. And he's got sort of this like intricate tattoo you see over like half his face. And he's just like, I mean, Vosk doesn't have much per se. We're kind of just, there's a market, and I mean, sometimes cool things occasionally pass through, but I mean, I wouldn't say there's anything that you have to see in Vosk. Kind of a quiet little town.
Okay, but what about that? Your cool face. Your face looks really cool. What the fuck is that?
He's just like, oh, this is something my clan did before I left. I've kind of spent like my last like 100 years like traveling all over the world. He's like, I'm Garrett, by the way.
Oh, Astraea Soli, and I give him a handshake.
Yeah, he's a very strong handshake.
How big is this man?
He is probably like sitting just shy of 6 foot tall.
Amazing. I am half his height. Like, yeah. But like he's like a whole foot taller than me. So yeah, handshake. That's the first thing I do.
But yeah, he's like, well, it's good to meet you. Are you and your friends gonna be staying the night?
Yeah. Velen didn't get rooms yet, right?
No, he hadn't.
Okay. Then yes. We would be needing a few rooms. How much is it for a night? Like a room?
I mean, we don't have that many rooms. We kind of just have like a common area that has a bunch of beds in it. We don't generally get a lot of people staying overnight that aren't just passed out drunk. But it's
like a hostel.
Yeah, kind of. It'll only run you about 5 copper per person for the night.
Ah, I see. Cool. 5 copper per person. There's like 6 of us.
Yep.
The currency is the same. Like the currency method is like the same in D&D, right? Where it's like 10 copper equals 1 silver.
Yeah.
Okay,
there's no bullshit like Electrum.
Okay, amazing. So I'll give him the silver piece then.
Cool. Yeah, so cool. I mean it's 5 copper per person, so
5 copper per person. Oh wait, I'm short, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, are you physically short or money wise short?
Money wise short, like it would cost 2 silver.
It would be
3.
Technically, it would be 3.
Technically, it would be 3. I'll just give him fucking gold, and you just give me back what I need.
Yeah, you would get 7 silver back.
Amazing. I was doing the math. Oh, I did the math. Oh my god. Okay, my bad. I almost went and put 0 in everything because I did the math. Yeah, this is not what I'm meant to do. Okay, it wasn't the math Asian. Yeah, no, wrong fucking Asian. This is the wrong Asian. I'm the art Asian. Okay. Well, thank you for the rooms, technically, or beds. Yeah. I did want to ask though. You said your clan does this, and I just gestured to the face. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from a small elven clan outside of just a little bit south of Ozheim.
Oh, never been that far up north. I think it's north.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really neat.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's partially rite of passage, partially I was bored living in the woods.
Yeah, that's valid. That's pretty valid. Shit, I forgot to ask. I'm just going to yell from across the room at Velen. Did you want something to eat or drink?
Velen is just like, oh yeah, no, if you get food, I'll pay for it.
Okay, cool. So food, and he's going to pay for it. But there's like 6 of us, and I'm just going to try and look for the group.
Are you all just sort of spreading out, or are you all like trying to sit at like the same area?
She'll probably go with the group unless it breaks up, and then she'll go off on her own. But if it stays together, she'll stay with it.
Grun will stay with the group.
Eliana's all for sitting with the group to some degree.
Group
We get
time.
attacked by
Group time.
one group of wolves.
We're a squad.
You're a squad now. You've killed wolves.
Well, yes, that
We tasted
table over
blood.
there, you can't miss us. We have a giant woman sitting at the table, and a cat
'cause
that
sure,
looks
she-
like the stars,
He's
and
like,
like a goblin, and like a really, really, really edgy human. I don't know, actually. I feel like it'd be really rude to ask. I've been traveling with them for days, and I have no idea what the fuck they are.
and he's like, yeah, they look interesting. You're certainly the most diverse group we've had pass through here in a while.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he'll as he's talking, you start like pouring a bunch of ales. He's like, we just kind of have ale here.
See, look, now I have another question. It's a very genuine question.
Shoot.
Do taverns know what water is?
It's just like, yes, but there are certain places I wouldn't trust the water. I mean, I got a rain barrel out back.
Maybe it's because I'm from a port city. But
Yeah.
But wow! Wow!
I mean, we mostly just use water for washing.
Aha! I see why this is such a quiet town. It's because half of them must be dying of alcohol poisoning.
It's just like, yeah, there's some of the hunters out there I worry about.
Well, it was very nice chatting with you. I will like just take the drinks when he's done or whatever, and I'll just bring it over because I'm totally doing someone else's job right now.
Yep. And someone will come by and just sort of they will also just sort of drop it's like a big platter. It's got like a bowl of meat, like a bowl of there's some potatoes, there's something that looks like lentils, and there's some it's just kind of like a whole spread.
Not bad.
Yeah. There's like something that like is dried turnip roasted and spiced with something. But it's a lot of food. They just give you a giant spread of food.
So, according to the bartender, there's really nothing much to look for here except for the market. So, I mean, if we were looking to buy things, then
We can sell things.
Or sell things. Yes, we do have those.
We have wolf. Yeah.
Yes, those wolf pelts. Yes. So I mean, that is what we can do. Other than that, it seems quite a small, quiet, alcoholic area.
I mean, what else do you do but like hunt and drink?
Very sad way of living.
Maybe you should play them a song.
I could play them a song, yes. But I hope this is not also one of the areas where you get arrested for making too much noise. I would not like to meet the cops today. I do not want to meet no fantasy cops.
It's alright. We can, I think we can handle some, cops.
I mean, I think after I've eaten a little bit, I might, like, go to, I don't know, I guess it's a corner, the minstrel corner, you know what I mean? And, play something.
Yeah.
I'll fucking sing too, why not?
There's like a corner where it's like a small little raised area, so you're like slightly above people. But like because of your height, you're kind of like on normal level.
Shut up.
And do you want to give me a performance roll?
Well, yeah, then I'll get up there, play a little thing, sing a little bit, make it nice and chill. I'll probably drop a song where I'm like, here, I guess this is what I'm headcaning it, because no fucking way am I going to be singing now.
Yeah. I was like, do a performance check. See how you do.
Oh god. I hope I do well. Oh shit. One second. I kept hitting I hit every other tab except for the one that has all the skills. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, 24.
24. No, you like it's a little bit sleepy, and as you're setting up, like more people come in, and you start off, and everybody's like, it's just the bard. You like bust out something good.
Yes,
do,
I sing them a song of fucking, not a fucking. I don't sing them a song about fucking.
you sing them a fucking song.
Yeah, no,
They're
no,
on
no.
the mood.
Come on!
I sing them a song of this beautiful sea creature who lures men in only to steal their souls. But like it's fucking, yeah. Shh. You make that fucking survival check. I don't know that lore check. But yeah, I'm singing something like that. Like it's a whole. It sounds like, okay. The lyrics are probably really like doom and gloom, but the beat, pop.
Yep, it's popping.
Mm-hmm.
And you play a few things, and they actually, like, at one point, like, people start like collecting some coppers and stuff for you, and you find yourself ending the night with like a mug with like 20 copper and a silver in it.
Ooh, I wasn't expecting to get paid.
Near the end of the set list, Tesh is gonna get up and head towards the common room where people sleep or whatever, and pass by the bard and drop a gold.
There's a gold as well
at her feet, and then go into the room.
Very quietly, Astraea's like, "Man, what the fuck did I go to school for?"
Just busk every day.
Getting us more travel funds.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, after eating a wonderful meat-filled dinner, I would like to also go to bed.
Yeah. You all, it's probably pretty late. You all go off to bed and try and get some sleep. Anybody else have anything they want to do before you guys go to sleep?
No,
Other than just do my regular
in the morning.
Other than just doing my regular prayer, I'm pretty good.
Sparlock?
I'm thinking. I don't think there's anything I need to do aside from my usual graffiti.
Yep. There's probably like an underside of a couple of tables that now say Grun was here on them, because they don't see it if it's on the bottom, but they'll see it eventually. But they won't see it now.
It's like storing your gum.
Yep.
Only it's the sigil spell.
It's the sigil spell.
The next bar fight, that table gets flipped. They'll know.
Yeah. Shrila, anything Ileana wants to do before she heads off for the night?
Nope, she's just ready to go and craft.
Cool. Yeah. You go up. You all go to sleep. How much, like how long you actually sleep before you're all woken up by the sound of a bell off in the distance, and you can all smell fire. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
I didn't do anything.
Run!
Yeah.
We all immediately blame. We just immediately blame our party member. We don't go offer to help. Nothing. We just blame them immediately.
Yeah. But yeah. I will wrap things up. We can end the recording and all that stuff. But yes, that is the end of our first session. Join us every other Wednesday, at least for season 1. Maybe if we do really well, season 2 will be every Wednesday. Who knows? Also, maybe once I get better at audio editing, it'll be faster. But yes, join us in 2 weeks for the next episode. Once again, I am Aubrey, the DM, and this is Goblets and Gaze. You can find us on all of the social media at Goblets and Gays. I'm going to try and get better at posting on everything. I'm honestly not sure how to end this, so
Eat your vegetables.
Yeah, eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables, kids.
Eat your vegetables. And we will see you
And flirt
next...
with girls.
Yeah, flirt with girls.
Shut up!
It's important.
Shut up!
And we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.